My name is Myra Chang. In the 1930s, when I was 9 years old, growing up in Fuzhou, southeast China, we heard of mass killings in Nanjing and other parts of North China as the Japanese invaded our country. Our family decided to move as the Japanese kept progressing southward. We went to Singapore, which was protected by the British. On December the 1st, 1941, a state of emergency was declared in Singapore. In spite of this, the Singaporeans felt completely assured of their invincibility. The British had declared on the radio and in the newspapers their superior military might over the Japanese. They were very believable on account of their long-standing empire status, and the Japanese were relatively unknown, except to the Chinese and the nations of the Far Eastern Rim. Much of this confidence in the British was also due to the presence of the HMS Prince of Wales, a battleship, and HMS Repulse, a battle cruiser sitting in the waters off the Singaporean shore. A mere 3 days after Pearl Harbor, on December the 10th, at 4:15 a.m., a loud siren went off and planes could be heard flying low, followed by a few loud booms. Later, we found out that the Japanese torpedo bombers had destroyed both battleships, removing all sense of security in almost no time flat. To try to escape from the invading Japanese, our family moved inland from the main parts of Singapore to an area called Yio Chu Kiang. A friend found an empty church with 2 small rooms behind it for our use, appropriate for a minister and his family. Because of the bombing and shelling, no one attended church anymore, so we were able to use the rooms into sleeping quarters for our family of 9. As the Japanese invasion became imminent, Father decided to risk taking all of us to a neighbor's house a stone's throw away. We were there for about half an hour when we heard a very loud bang and ear-splitting after ear-splitting, wheezing sound of shelling. When we returned to our new home, we saw that the church had taken a direct hit. Little scraps of exploded shell were in the baptismal pool where we stayed most of the time. A piece of shrapnel was hanging onto the mosquito netting covering the baby's cot. What inspired Father to leave the church at such an opportune moment? We bowed in thankful prayer once again that night.